All right, Sophie, come here. Sophie. Sophie. What are we going to talk about today, Sophie?
T1D.
And what is that?
Oh no.
All right. So say hey everybody.
Hey everybody.
Thank you for joining us today. Today we've got a very special guest, Miss Sophia. And me and Sophia are going to talk about a very important topic for our family, aren't we?
Sophie,
excuse me. So what are we going to talk about today, Sophie?
T1D.
And what is that?
Diabetes.
And why is T1D so important to us?
So I don't die.
Because you have it, right? Can you tell everybody what type 1 diabetes is? Type 1 diabetes is a
lifelong
chronic
disease that requires 24-hour care and treatment. Children, outgrow T1D.
Will not outgrow
T1D diabetes, T1D, or their need for insulin every day for the rest of their lives. Children and adults with T1D take insulin.
So who are most often diagnosed with type 1 diabetes?
Adults
and children, right?
Children.
When were you diagnosed?
When I was 6 years old, 5 years old.
When you were 5?
Yeah, going on 6.
Yeah.
One day before my birthday, one night before my birthday, they found out that I might have diabetes.
Yeah.
My mom and papa.
So what do we have to do to manage your type 1 diabetes?
Take insulin. T1D
is an autoimmune disease.
This means that T1D's own immune system destroys the insulin product,
producing
cells. Why is it focusing on these calls?
Because cells is in a word. That's cells of the pancreas.
Both T1D and T2D deals with blood glucose levels, but these are two different diseases.
A person with type 1 has to check their blood sugar several times a day, right? How many times do you check your sugar?
Probably 2,000.
It's at least once before every time you eat, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's more than that, right? And what do we do after we check your sugar?
We dose myself and then we eat.
Yep. And how many times do we check your sugar when you're sick? It's a lot more, right? Because during sick days or exercise, it's common for you to have really low lows, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes really high highs, right? So what do we do? What do we dose you for when you eat? Stop. What do we dose you for when we eat? What do we count?
Carbs.
Yep. And why? Do you remember why we count the carbs?
So we can make sure that we make enough insulin, so I can make enough insulin in my body.
Yep. What happens to the carbohydrates in your blood?
It makes my sugar go Oh,
But
or sometimes
do you remember why? You remember why?
Because I ate.
Because glucose, carbohydrates turn into glucose in the blood, right?
Yeah.
Right? All right. Now, what kind of things can you still eat?
Everything.
Yeah, you can still eat cupcakes and cookies and ice cream. But what do we got to do first? We've got to
Dose.
count the carbs and dose. That's right. And what organ? Do you remember what organ it is that doesn't work on type 1 diabetics?
My pancreas.
Yep. The pancreas. Oh, where'd it go?
Don't you read all of these? The zeros, the checks. I think we're gonna.
Did we do anything to cause your diabetes? Nope. It's just in your blood, right?
And
Nothing a person or parent did or did not do could have prevented the onset of your type 1, right?
right.
No amount of healthy eating or exercise. It's just an unknown trigger that causes the body to mistakenly attack and destroy insulin-producing cells within the pancreas.
Yeah, it makes the unknown part is because they think your pancreas is a bad thing and they destroy it. Right?
Yep. Will your type 1 ever go away?
No.
Nope.
Unless someone finds a cure like Courtney. What? That's what the shirt says.
That's what the shirt says. That's right. That was cute.
My daddy's awkward. As you can see.
All right. So
Focus.
what kind of what's the lowest your blood sugar is supposed to go? 70. That's right. Anything below 70 must be taken seriously, right?
My sugars went to 21.
And immediately be treated with
Yeah.
fast-acting sugar, right?
Yeah, I could just eat a whole bag of sugar anytime I wanted if my sugar goes like to 20 and I don't pass out.
Yeah. But it's scary, isn't it, when your blood sugar goes really low?
I feel like I just want to fall asleep.
Yeah. We've had a couple of them, haven't we?
More like a lot.
So type 1 is kind of like a science experiment every day, right? Oh, babe. You little rat. You little rat scallion. Okay. All right. All right. So what do we want to tell everybody? Thank you for joining us today. If you'd like to learn more about type 1 diabetes and different organizations that help to do research for type 1 diabetes,
Go to Google and type in T1D.
that's an excellent option. That's an excellent option. But if you want some more resources to learn to help you understand more about type 1 diabetes
Go to UNC.
and different organizations that help to research type 1 diabetes and other things that help type 1 diabetics, I'm going to leave some resources in the comments below, or in the description below, excuse me. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you or a family member are showing signs or symptoms of type 1 diabetes, please do your research. It can save your life. And again, thank you for joining us, and I hope to see you next time. God bless.
God bless.